Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ali Ramadhani and I'm from class 4B. So, today I'm going to make a textbook review and the title is Communication, Affect and Learning in the Classroom 3rd edition textbook. So, without any further ado, we are going to the video. Okay, so we continue to the next page. So the first one is the book information, and the book title is Communication, Affect and Learning in the Classroom. The author is Jason S. Range, Virginia Richmond, and John Gohan, and it published in 2009, published by California Creative Commons, and the number of pages is 267. And then we go to the content, that there is the book summary, the strength and weakness from the book, and then the last is why we should read this book. And then we go to the book summary. So communication affect in learning in the classroom is written to help teachers understand how they can use good communication to create a positive and supportive learning environment. And this kind of environment helps students learn better, both in terms of understanding new information and also developing their skills. So the book also giving ideas on how teachers can build strong, helpful relationships through communication, which helps students achieve their best in their schools. And this book is for anyone who teach. This includes teachers in elementary school, middle school, and high schools, and then also like university professors and even people who train others in workplaces. And when the book talks about teachers and students, it can also refer to trainers and learners in different settings. So the key terms of this book is that the book is emphasize the critical role of communication in effective teaching and student learning. So the book explains that learning occurs in 3 domains. That the first is cognitive, affective, and the last one is psychomotor. And the book also highlights how teachers can enhance learning by building strong communication relationships, using varied instructional strategies, and understanding student learning styles, and also self-concept. So models like Eddy and Kubler's guide the instructional design process, while feedback and teacher communicator style influence the student motivation. And it also addresses classroom challenges such as communication anxiety, student misbehavior, and teacher burnout, and also advocating for a balance between relational, emotional, and rhetorical or instructional goals to support both academic success and student engagement. And then we go to the strength. So the book have several strengths. That the first one is because it's focused on showing teachers how to actually use communication to create a better learning environment. So it's not just a theory, but it also provides practical ways to build a classroom where students feel comfortable and engaged, which helps them learn more effectively. And the second one is that the book highlights the critical role of emotions and feelings in the learning process. So it explains that when students feel good and supported by the teachers, their minds are more open to learning new information and developing their skills. So this focus on effective learning is a key aspect that sets it apart. And then It also covers a wide range of important topics related to teaching and learning, including different communication strategies, understanding student needs and learning styles, and managing classroom anxieties, and the impact of teacher behavior. And the last one is the book is also have special features like table and scales to help us more understand the material, and it cannot make us like misunderstand it. And then there is the weakness. So the first one is the page was repeated again, like when I was already in the page 60, when I want to page 61, it's repeated again to page 40. So it's kind of confused me when I first read the book, and when I make the summary, it also makes me confused because I'm gonna make the table of content, so it's kinda make me struggle for making the summary. And the second one is there is so many subtopic to support the subtopic, because I know it's for the better understanding, but for me it also making me like more confused, because there is so many supporting details that support the subtopic. And then the last one is limited cultural context. So because this book is for Western students, I think it's kinda not related to Indonesian students that that mainly still using the traditional the traditional method of teaching. And then we go to the last one. So why we need to read this book? Because the book highlights how effective the communication and emotional connection from the teacher to students' learning. It also offers some strategies that help the student needs, the student needs behavior, classroom interaction, and many more. And the book also show useful plans for the teacher manage the instruction. And the book also combines real life examples so the teachers can understand more quickly. And it also encourages teachers to teach more creatively, create supporting learning environment. So that's all from me. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.